Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for attending this press conference. This is a big deal for Modesto, and it's a big deal for me as a 43-year resident of Modesto and a 30-year member of the police department. I retired last year as the police chief, and what we're going to talk about this morning is a big deal. It's needed, it's necessary, and thank you for covering the event. Before I begin my prepared comments, I'd like to introduce the honorary committee of the Yes on Measure X campaign. With us today is Odessa Johnson, John Garcia, Ken Bryant, Nick Bavaro, Doug Hyatt, Birgit Flatiger, the Stanislaus County District Attorney, Christy Ayu, Keo Ansavan, Paul Baxter, Darius Crosby, Ruben Villalobos, and Diana May. Also on the honorary committee, but not joining us today, is Carol Whiteside, former mayor of Modesto, Wayne Bridegroom, Bob DeGrassi, Bev Finley, and Jim Ridenour, prior mayor, City of Modesto. Thank you for joining us today. A broad group of civic and community leaders have come together in support of Measure X for a safer, stronger Modesto. We're excited to kick off the grassroots efforts of Measure X today. Measure X is a vital step for our community to address gangs, drugs, and property crimes and other quality of life issues. As a 43-year resident of Modesto and the former police chief, I'm deeply troubled by the increases in crime in our community, by the worsening appearance of our city, and by the impacts crimes has on our quality of life. Gangs, drugs, and property crimes are all out of control and should be unacceptable to all Modesto residents, parents, and business owners. We need Yes on X for a safer, stronger Modesto. In the last several years, the economic recession, housing foreclosures, and state takeaways have been devastating to the city of Modesto. Police protection, fire protection, and overall quality of life has all suffered. The fact is, the stark reality is that 60 police officer positions have been cut. Police officers that patrol our streets, respond to 911 calls for service, and serve as an important deterrent to crime in our community have been eliminated from the landscape of law enforcement in Modesto. The unfortunate fact is that without Measure X, even more staffing cuts will have to occur. The choice is simple. Do we want more crime and more cuts to public safety, or do we want to take control of our community today? Yes on X increases the number of police officers patrolling streets in our city by 33% and doubles the number of police officers focused on gangs, drugs, and property crime. With crime so out of hand, we don't have the luxury of waiting and hoping for things to turn around and get better. Measure X includes built-in safeguards to ensure that funds are spent properly and where they're supposed to be. Measure X includes an 11-member oversight committee, annual independent audits, and sunsets in 6 years unless renewed by voters. As a 43-year resident of Modesto and as a former police chief, I care deeply about the future of our city. I live here. I raised a family here. I went to school here. We desperately need a safer, stronger Modesto. Join me and the Yes on X honorary committee in supporting Yes on X to improve public safety and improve the quality of life for all Modestans. Vote Yes on X for a safer, stronger Modesto.